Anybody home? Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck! Smoking bars outside inside, and I wanna know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
Oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
What's up, you pistol-packing maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and today I have a fantastic revenge flick right here for you guys. It is the 1981 Abel Ferrara directed awesome cult classic flick. It is Miss 45, and this one, boom, is amazing. It's just crazy revenge in New York City at its best. And it's just a really entertaining and violence-infused masterpiece. So let's get into it. Here is Miss 45. Miss 45 is absolutely freaking fantastic. Just has a really awesome cast. That's not a lot of people on the screen, but from what they put out in their performance and the content and the vibrant nature of it all is freaking fantastic. And it's all thanks to one main player, pretty much, who plays the role of Thana. It's Zoe Lund. She is fantastic in this film, but let's just get into the premise before I get too out of hand. The premise is a young seamstress in New York City named Thana. She is a mute young woman who is very timid, stays to herself, but just in her kind of work colleagues, they go on eat and stuff like that. But she's assaulted on the streets, and then when she gets home, she is assaulted in her room. Just a horrible day all around, and it pushes her over the edge, and she just goes out for revenge. She pretty much kills any man that kind of looks her way, hits on her, or assaults her, I guess. And it just kind of goes from there. It escalates into just a crazy ending where she is just so filled with revenge that she just shoots every man in sight. And it just kind of goes from there. And there's a lot of interesting aspects throughout the film. Just her trying to get rid of pieces of a body that her first kill, she chops it up and then kind of distributes the pieces in bags wrapped up throughout New York City, and people are finding them. It's a very strange kind of unfolding of events. But she also has a very nosy landlord, I believe she is. It's her name is Mrs. Nasone. She's played by Adita Sherman, and she's very perfectly portrayed as the nosy neighbor, always sticking her nose in there into Thana's business. And she has a little dog named Phil, who's I get a kick out of Phil every time I see him on screen. But also her boss, Albert, played by Albert Sinkus. He is a very interesting character, very flamboyant, but becomes kind of almost enamored by Thana by the end, and those kind of forward thinking kind of gets him into trouble near the end of the movie. But yeah, it's just a crazy film all around. Like I said, violence infused. There's so many scenes of just brute force that Thana's presenting to her attackers. So many memorable moments of just some guy trying to like hit on her and then just running after her down an alleyway, and she just turns, bam, gone. And then one of my favorites is when she's in Central Park and she's just walking at night, all dolled up. That's the thing. Her persona gets more and more bold, more and more. I'm trying to think of the best word for it. She dolls herself up more and is more sexy and kind of luring people into her. So she's walking through Central Park at night, and she's surrounded by a gang of guys, and she takes all, I think there's like 5 of them or something like that, out, and just one flourish after another. Just very well choreographed and very well paced and edited. Abel Ferrara really has a really flair for visuals and pacing in this film. Just really awesome stuff all around. And trying to think if there's anything else. But oh, it's centralized around the very end is a Halloween party. So it's nice to have it show this in October. Do this little video for you guys and maybe check it out for yourself. But yeah, the party's wild, crazy. It's got a saxophone music that plays throughout it that'll get stuck in your head. Yeah, it's just a very interesting scene that kind of builds the tension up until the very point of breaking. And when it breaks, all hell breaks loose. It's almost like the revenge flick of Carrie proportions, like the horror movie Carrie. It's just everything culminates up into that point, and then it just explodes from there. And yeah, it's just an interesting movie that has a strange bit of heart and soul to it that not a lot of revenge flicks had around this time. I've always been drawn to it because it doesn't so much emphasize the personal attack on her body, like in the beginning, that kind of sparks the revenge and emotion, but it really stays with and emphasizes that gradual progression of her getting more bold, more daring, more revenge-filled, and bloodlust. And like her persona from the very beginning of the movie, very, very passive, very timid, but she progresses into a cold-blooded killer that is just out to kill any man that not even looks at her way. She just wants to eliminate all men at that point. It's just a really interesting study into a psyche of somebody that is has trauma and lets it build and manifest into something that's both frightening and powerful. But yeah, it's got a lot to say in this movie, but really awesome, greatly directed, and yeah, Thana, the role of Thana played by Zoe Lund is just really fantastic. She does a great job in playing that kind of sympathetic character, but revenge fueled. But yeah, that's it. Highly recommend this one, Miss 45. If you love revenge films, definitely check this one out. It's a great 80s capsule of like New York City in the early 80s, and just a really violent infused, brilliantly directed film that is, I guess you could say it's a trashy film, but it's got a hell of a lot of class thanks to the direction and just the performances and the flow of the picture. But yeah, that is it for me. Hopefully you guys like that one, and hopefully you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below, because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. Peace.